Tyler McGee here at Orange County National. First video with this guy, the putter. Massive part of the game. If you're able to make those important putts each round, it can really take a ton of shots off your handicap and really give you some confidence when you're out there playing. So I'm going to go through a really baseline drill to get a little bit of the, I call it like athleticism back into putting. Okay, so I think there's a lot of great ways to be great putters. I've seen lots of guys do different things at the top level to succeed and make putts when it matters. I'm just going to give you a little insight of mine that I like to see with players, especially if I see them starting to focus too much on certain parts of the stroke or caring too much about, you know, the start line or something like that. I'm going to give you this drill to help you free it up. This was something that I like to do anyways with players, but it was inspired. I saw a video the other day of when Michael Jordan took the foul shot with his eyes closed in the game and made it. Okay, so this is how we're going to get that concept into putting. Another way that I like to think about it is, so we got a stationary ball, we got a hole that's not going anywhere. There's some other factors like the slope and the speed of the greens and things like that, but when you think about other sports, right, there's a lot more going on. For example, if I was, you know, in a basketball game and I'm shooting like a fadeaway shot, right, so I'm moving away from the hoop as I'm letting the ball go, and my brain's able to figure out, you know, if you make the shot, how much you need to do in the arc and how the release is going to be, and that happens so quickly, right? So I like to use that picture when you're into putting. When you start slowing down and taking a long time and getting too much processing going, I think you're taking away some of your skill set to make putts. So when I'm in here, I'll zoom in on this setup, how I have the tee. So basically I have a tee on the toe and a tee on the heel of the putter, and I have two tees that are about a ball's width, about a foot in front of my putting setup. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, first thing I want you to do is get set up in there, get comfortable. I don't want you to hit practice putts first, because that's going to give you too much of a feel of how this drill is going to work. Okay, so what I want you to do is you get set up in there. This is a straight putt, straight up the hill. It's about 6 feet. I get set up where I feel comfortable. I close my eyes and I roll it. Okay, so I made it, great. But how this is going to help you, so I'm going to run through a couple different situations. So you get up, you get set up there, you go to stroke it, bang, the toe of your putter hits this tee. Okay, it hits the tee on the toe of the putter. What should you look for? The first thing I would say is potentially you're standing too close to the ball. So then when you take out your visual cueing of how you expect the putter to move, so you managing the putter, when you take that away and you just putt, if the putter moves out, the first place I go is, you're standing a little bit too close. You can use it on the same, if you hit it on the heel, potentially you're standing too far, and when you stroke it with your eyes closed, the club head works more towards inside and hits the heel. The next part about this is the two tees in front. If I roll this ball right, and my eyes are closed, and the face is delivered ever so slightly open, it's going to hit that right tee. Okay, a way that you can do this, because your eyes are closed. So if I hit the right tee and the ball ends up there, maybe I won't. I'm not sure exactly how it ended up there. Just set your phone on the ground or set it on your bag and just video what's happening to the ball and what's happening to the club. It can give you some great insight. So obviously the putter hit the right tee, the face would be a little bit open. The putter hits the left tee, the face would be a little bit closed. All of this is done with your eyes closed, totally dialed into the feel of what you're trying to do. The next part of this drill, you know, hit 5 like that. The next part of this drill is you get set up, you get comfortable. Now you look at the spot of the hole where you want it to go after you've made your adjustment of being closer, further, face open, face closed. So now you look at where you want the ball to go in. So I see that piece of grass. So I get set up there, I'm looking at that piece of grass and I'm rolling it. So I just touched that tee. It still snuck in the hole. I'm going to try one more, make sure the ball's in the middle of those tees. Same thing. So I'm looking at the hole as I do this. Good. Okay, so if I'm able to, not saying that you got to look at the hole when you putt, but if I'm able to picture where the ball is going to go, whether you like being a spot putter or putting to a picture, if you're able to sort of see where you want the ball to go and then hit it there, whether I'm looking at the ball or the spot, you're going to have much more success. If I set up again and I do that same drill and I'm in there and I'm looking at the spot I want it to go and I go to hit it and I smoke the left tee, well, you're not calibrated. Where you think the ball is going to go and where it actually goes is different. And if it's different, it's going to be hard to make putts. So give that a try. I hope it helps and it gives you a little bit more feeling and athleticism back into your putting.